Hi, welcome to Bedtime Terror, the show where I watch a scary movie before bed and let you know how I think I'm going to sleep. My name's Bobbie, and tonight's review is going to be on 2010's remake of I Spit on Your Grave. So, those of you who know about my free on YouTube scary movie Iceberg know that this is on tier 5, the very last tier that is reserved for the most intense and hard to watch movies. So, with that in mind, please know that this movie is not for sensitive viewers. There is an rather intense sexual assault scene because this is your standard rape and revenge movie. The original probably wrote the textbook on how to make a rape and revenge movie, and this is the remake of it. So with that in mind, I totally understand if this is a movie that you're not interested in watching. It's not for everyone. But I Spit on Your Grave is about Jennifer, who is a novelist and decides to rent this lake cabin really far away, out, secluded, somewhere in like the backwoods of the dirty South. So that lets you know right there, nothing good is going to come from this. And when she's there, on her way to the cabin, she unfortunately catches the attention of a group of local men who assault her, attack her in her cabin. When she thinks that she's gotten away and that she's found help in the town sheriff, it turns out that he is part of the group. And unfortunately, she is violently attacked. Fast forward a month, and Lady Vengeance is back. You guys, I like this movie so much. I I won't lie. The first 40 minutes, whatever, 30 to 40 minutes is a tough watch because if you're a woman, especially if you're a woman of color, especially if you're a woman of color that has been in the South or from the South, whichever, the whole thing, from the whole premise, I was thinking to myself, like, I would never do this. Like, I would never go anywhere in some little town, small hick town in the South, in an isolated cabin by myself for months. There's no way I would ever put myself in that position. And the sad thing is that this is the way that society has trained me and so many other women to think that, like, the idea of even being alone in nature for a couple of months sounds dangerous. Like, what should be a retreat sounds dangerous because of things like that. And so it's so sad that that's how society has trained us to think. I really like the camera work of this movie. Instantly, almost as soon as we see her, within a few minutes, we're already seeing her from the male gaze, which actually ends up being the, you know, predator's gaze. And so you see it from their standpoint as much as you see it from hers. I mean, just so much of this movie, I won't lie, I thought the first 35, 40 minutes of it, I was like, okay, this may be the movie that, like, that breaks me and finally keeps me up at night. But then the second act, I won't lie, there is a lull, which is to be, you know, understandable when it comes to movies. That's to be expected. But maybe it's because it was late, maybe I was just really relaxed. But from, I would say, the 40-minute mark about to not until about an hour 25, hour 20, did it start to really get my attention and pick up, which I did like how they demonstrated in the film the passage of time and how these predators, their lives have gone relatively unchanged. They're still, going about life fairly normally. And I think that also says a lot about this, sadly, these acts of violence against women often, or I should just say, how predators and abusers are in general, how their lives often just go unaffected from the horrific actions that they cause. But even when we started to get into the revenge part of the movie, the first act of revenge, I was like, oh, okay. But as it progressed, I sat up. It caught my attention. I loved it. I was like, get 'em, girl. This sounds really weird about me, but I really like thinking of different ways of torture. That sounds really, really depraved, but you understand. I like it so much that I've gone to the Museum of Torture in Balboa Park in San Diego. Like, I I like learning different methods of torture, and I also, a little tidbit about me, have been known to possibly be a vengeful person to the point that a good friend I had drawn me, drew a original character, I should say, inspired by me, that was like the persona of revenge. So yeah, no, the third act was totally up my alley, and it sounds weird, but a lot of what she did, I would do if I could get away with stuff like this. Like, if I was in her shoes and I knew I could like pull this off and get away with it and stuff, a lot of what she did, I would have done, which may say a lot about me. I don't care. But she even did stuff, a few things that even my like crazy mind didn't think of, that I was impressed by, and I was like, salute. Like, there are moments when the third act begins, I literally was like screaming. I was laughing and cackling. I was clapping multiple times during this. I was like, get 'em, girl. Fuck 'em up. Like, I loved it. 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 When she brought the fish hooks, and I was like, yo, we're not even close to done with this movie. Oh my gosh. Salute, 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 salute. She was a real one. I loved it. I don't know if guys watching this movie would feel the same, but you probably should, because those assholes had it coming. So yeah. So I thought originally I would end up losing sleep over this movie, but I'm not. I'm gonna sleep okay. It actually got me a little geeked, but that's all right. So yeah, I definitely recommend this movie. It is such a fun watch. I had a good time. If you couldn't tell, I was snacking on my Cheetos. But yeah, I had a great time with this movie. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to give it a 4. There are three sequels, I believe, to this movie. A Spinning in the Grave 2 and 3 are also available for free of ads, here on YouTube. I'll probably get around to watching and reviewing those some other time, because I really like this movie. It sounds strange even to me to say that, but I really like this movie. It was a fun watch. Again, that sounds strange saying that. I take it back. It's not a fun watch. It is a hard watch. But seeing what she did in the end to her predators, that was fun. Say it like that. But yeah, I had a great time with this movie. Again, 4 out of 5. Would definitely recommend it. The link to watch it for free for yourself, again, completely ad free, free of charge here on YouTube, is going to be in the description box below, as well as I was semi joking about the tips before. Someone was serious. So there's going to be my information, but down below if you'd like to donate, totally no pressure, up to you guys. Again, this was on tier 5, the last tier of my free on YouTube horror movie Iceberg. So if there's more movies that you want to check out similar to this, check out the Iceberg. And I'm going to be moving on to something a little less intense next time for you guys, so don't worry. But again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your eyes. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and until next time, guys, sleep well.